Okay, this is my very weak and very non-professional attempt at showing you how to knit Continental style. I did the purl video first, and this is the knit video. So your working yarn, if you're if you're right-handed, I'm sorry, is always in your left hand. And again, I just wrap it around my middle finger so I can control the tension. And I just let the yarn lay over top of my pointer finger. It's just laying there nice and easy. Really the tension is all controlled through my middle finger where the yarn is wrapped around. So again, wrap it around my middle finger, get some tension, and I just insert my right hand needle into the stitch just like you would for any knit stitch. And instead of wrapping it around, you just lay it up across the right hand needle and pull it through, slip it off. So you just got your right hand needle in as you normally would, knitting through the front of the stitch, and you just kind of lay that working yarn right in between the right and left needle. So your right needle is in the stitch and the working yarn is coming and just laying right up in that V. And that's it. It's just really simple. It'll feel awkward at first, but if you practice doing this, you'll get it. So again, you're entering the stitch as you normally would for a regular knit stitch. Your right hand needle is going from front to back, and now you've got a V, as you can see in the needles, and you're just dropping that working yarn right in between that V and pulling it through just like you normally would when you knit English style, when you're throwing the yarn over. So let me just do a few of these and see if you can just follow along. You can see how I'm just putting my stitch in, throwing the yarn up over, and I just keep moving the stitch off. It's kind of working with your finger, making sure your tension's good. Again, your tension's controlled by your middle finger, not the working finger. So you should always be able to keep your tension under control and keep it about the same. So you go in with your right hand needle into the stitch and just gently use your pointer finger. The motion comes right in between the two needles. Right hand needle goes into the stitch from front to back, and you just let your yarn lay right in that V and knit it off. So it's just as simple as that. Let me see if I can let you get a little better angle so that you can see what I'm doing. And even like this, let me see if I can put it up a little. You see how it just goes right up and into that V that you've made with the needles, and it's just real simple. And you just keep your tension with your middle finger, bring it in, and again your working yarn is always in your left hand, and you're just laying it across there, just letting it gently lay over your pointer finger, and you just gently, let me fix that stitch so it didn't get caught, and then you go into the stitch, lay the yarn in the V, draw it through just like you normally would. And again, remember your tension's controlled by where you hold your yarn, not my pointer finger, not the working finger that's doing all the action, but back further with my middle finger. And we're just going in there. Again, needle comes from the front to the back. Now you've created the V in the needle, and you're just using your pointer finger and dropping that yarn right in between that V and drawing it through and off the needle just like you normally would when you're knitting English style. Usually, you know, I get on a roll and the yarn just comes with me when I get into a rhythm when I'm not trying to make a video. So I think that should help you. Let me just try to do it a little slower so that you can get the pattern. By the way, I'm teaching you on my porch swing, which I hope to be done with soon. Okay, so that's it, knitting Continental style.